Let's get the word out the way first. Everybody say yeah!
Tampa Bay Buccaneers 9-8 in year one of Baker came complete with a division crown and a wild card playoff win.
And the Eagles have not just been beaten, they have been taken apart.
Their 2024 win total of 7.5 infers mild regression though, but hey, they proved lots of doubters wrong a year ago. Mayfield, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, as good as any of his other good years.
Here's another broken tackle.
A 94.6 rating, he made the Pro Bowl.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Good enough to let him move into the ship so they can make commercials about the cannons keeping his wife awake. He loved getting to QB a team with a primo 1-2 wideout combo.
Hot ball, Mike Evans!
Go ahead, make Mike Evans play blindfolded this year. He'd still finish with 1,000 yards, 10 years in the league, 10 1K plus seasons.
Touchdown Tampa Bay! Fire the cannons! Bucs take a 9-0 lead.
Evans, 79 catches, 1,255 yards, 13 TDs in 2023, so not even close to slowing down.
It's Mike Evans to the 30, to the 20.
Chris Godwin joined Evans in the 4-digit receiving yards club.
What a route by Godwin. He had inside leverage by Johnson, and Baker Mayfield held on, and then just put it right on the money.
They were happy with what rookie Trey Palmer gave him as the number 3, too, 389 yards.
Mayfield taking a shot, middle of the field. It's caught for the touchdown. Trey Palmer.
Tight end Cade Otton, similar sophomore year as his rookie year, 47 catches, 455 yards, 4 TDs. Each one represents a slight bump in each category, so it's a good trend.
And Otton, part of that breed of tight ends we talked about. Bigger, stronger, more physical guys, but nifty on their feet.
Running back Rachaad White had a breakout year, and it was his dual threat skills that really made him stand out. He was third on the team in targets, over 60 catches, over 500 receiving yards.
White's got it, first down to the left more. White, touchdown.
On the ground, 990 yards, 6 TDs.
Hand the ball off and up the gut goes White. He's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay.
He did have to grind for those yards, though, only 3.6 a carry. Buccaneers didn't have trouble with their pass blocking, though. 40 sacks allowed. That was tied for 12th, respectable.
Right up. What's up?
Hey, as long as we're on the same page, we'll be able to make it work. That's it.
Baker's not a quick throw artist either. Yet, all that, the Buccaneers only finished 20th in points per game, under 21 per contest, 23rd in yards per game. Only 2 teams faltered inside the 20 more than they did.
Dropping the throw, Baker Mayfield looks upfield, he throws the ball. Fumble the football, it's loose. Mayfield is sacked. Packers have the football.
O-line, right tackle Luke Gadecki, 7 sacks allowed, average pressure rate allowed. Left tackle Tristan Wirfs, good year, Pro Bowl, 6.5 sacks allowed, but above average when it came to giving up pressure.
Now tries to come back. He's going to be sacked by Onyemata.
The interior of their line wasn't great. Guard Cody Mock gave up 8.5 sacks, most on the team.
Mayfield gets crushed.
Center Robert Hainsey gave up 6.5 bags, so they drafted a new ball snapper in the first round of the draft.
Graham Barton, center Duke.
Position flexibility. Mitch Morse, somebody who played tackle, also kicked inside and has had a great run at center. Here he is at tackle this last year. Really strong hands. Once he lands his hands, the rep is over.
Recap of the 2023 Bucs defense is a lot like its offense. 6th in points per game. I mean, in the end, that's the most important category, aided by being 3rd in the red zone.
Drops back, fires towards the end zone. It is caught, but London is short.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, big butt coming, 23rd in yards per game allowed, 23rd on 3rd down.
Rolling out right is Gardner Minshew. He's at the 5. Going to take off and run, makes a man miss, and knifes his way into the end zone. Touchdown!
Pass D wasn't anything special last year either, so it's not like the threat of the blitz made a difference to the back end. Won't read off the numbers, none impressed, but lots of changes to their secondary this year.
Waltzes into the end zone!
2023 rush defense, different matter. They held runners to 3.8 a carry, only a few tougher to run on.
Long on 3rd down, hands it off to Hubbard, and he is
wrapped up and thrown down by Devin White.
Tampa Bay being hard to run on should not shock anyone. It starts with nose tackle Vita Vea, who can also rush the quarterback, 4.5 sacks.
Vita Vea forced the fumble, and the Bucs have another takeaway.
You see Vita Vea, big man, known more for being a run stuffer in the middle, but you can see him breaking free.
Behind him, Levante David made the Pro Bowl, over 130 tackles in only 15 games, 4.5 sacks too.
Levante David is like a running back. Look at the move.
Won't have his old mate though. No more Devin White. Only 2.5 sacks last year, but great year in pass coverage. His replacement isn't clear right now. Maybe KJ Britt, who was a backup for them last year. Behind them, a new safety and an elite one who returns.
Have some fun today, man. Whatever you got, leave that out here on the field today.
The returnee, safety Antoine Winfield, a first-teamer, he did it all. 12 passes defensed, 3 INTs, over 120 tackles, 6 sacks.
Cousins is decked. The ball is out.
6 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries.
And the Buccaneers have it.
Now, Winfield gave up a plus 100 rate in coverage, only slight blemish. His new partner, his old one, Jordan Whitehead, returns to Tampa Bay after a vacation in New York. Close to 100 tackles, low 80s rate allowed, 4 INTs.
Intercepted!
Change at cornerback, too. Carlton Davis is gone, leaves off a solid season. Cornerback Jamel Dean is back, usually an A-plus type dude. He gave up a rating over 110 last year. Cornerback Christian Izien, a mid-90s rating allowed.
Christian Izien said, I wanted more. Just stole it from him.
He was a rook, so not terrible. Same was true for second-year man Zion McCollum, sub-90 rate allowed, and most professional sports games played by a Zion in their first 2 years of their career, unofficially.
McCollum coming around up over the top.
Bucs used a third-round pick on cornerback Tyke Smith, who should slot in at the slot.
I believe he's a day one nickel. You can put him in there and just don't even worry about it. Fluid mover who can play the football. That represented with the 8 career interceptions for this season.
Cut ties with outside linebacker Shaq Barrett. He only came up with 4.5 sacks in 16 games.
Fields is under pressure. Shaquille Barrett gets to him.
Their bright spot last year, their sack leader, say hello to Yaya Diaby, rookie, only 7 starts, 7.5 sacks. I know a Yaya. If he's even half as slick, Diaby could be a star.
Yaya Diaby is there again.
They hope to get more from outside linebacker Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, 5 bags in 2023.
Tryon-Shoyinka got a great jump and got home. The 5th sack of the day for the Bucs.
Also added outside linebacker Chris Braswell in the 2nd round of the draft.
At the point of attack, he plays very physical. The effort is outstanding. You don't get on the field at Alabama unless you play extremely hard.
Defensive tackle Kalijah Cansey will try and build on a rookie year that saw him make it home 4 times from the trenches.
It's a huge play by Cansey, one of the quicker young players we see in the league.
Logan Hall completes the front 5, run stuffer type heading into his 3rd year.
3rd sack of the game.
Kicker Chase McLaughlin won't make you feel bad about dogs, but he hit 29 of his 31 field goal attempts, over 90%, hit from 57.
To extend the Tampa Bay lead, McLaughlin's kick is good.
You don't have to turn the channel just because you feel guilty when you watch him kick. It's great.
From 57 yards out.
Zooming back out real quick, Baker, Evans, Godwin, Palmer, White, Otten, all back. Playmaking room has continuity going for it. Couple of rookies just added to the mix. O-line only change at center, an upgrade in their case. So 10 of Tampa Bay's 11 2023 offensive starters return. Have a new OC and Liam Cohen, though, after losing Dave Canales to Carolina. Defensive front 7 also relying on mostly returnees with a splash of some rookies. Britt, in theory, takes over for White. That gets a red downgrade label. They hope Braswell can make an instant impact. Secondary, old head, new head, safety Whitehead takes over for Ryan Neal. That makes them better back there. At cornerback, McCollum and Dean are back. Davis gone. Smith replaces him, sort of. Davis is tough to replace, though. Schedule time. Their 7.5 win total is somewhat easy to understand based on their opponents.
Let's go, baby!
Let's explore the floor scenario. Give them wins over each team they play that has a lower over-under than they do. So Washington out of the gate, Denver at home, week 3. Then you have to skip down to the Giants, the Panthers with their 5.5 win total. The Raiders' QB position makes them iffy. Then let them sweep the last 2 home games, Carolina and the Saints. That's 7-10 as their floor. Rest of their games, they'd play the underdog role in.
It's war! It's
Like last season, their floor and ceiling aren't far apart. It's like a hobbit house. But if they've got a 9-win type roster on their hands, they could sweep the Saints, they can hold court against Atlanta at home, and a road win versus the Chargers. They could get to double-digit wins, a ceiling of 10-7. Game preview guy guess, the dial landed on the Ocho, another grind like they dealt with last year.
That's all I need to be said. Let's go. 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.